The Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2Y banana seal.
You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Riley Puddin Peters. With me, as always, I've got the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs and, kind of give our overview of what we think is going to happen, as this beautiful storyline-filled bracket unfolds. Man, how do you feel about the playoff bracket, Preston? Just, before we get into the actual games, overall, just how it's laid out, how the regular season played out and what we have in front of us. How you feeling?
Dude, it's like you said, dude, it's filled with storylines. Like, I can't remember an NFL playoff bracket and matchups that have so much history and, bad blood, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, controversy, like all this stuff, dude. Players returning home, to former teams. Like, it's coaches returning to, playing against former teams. Like, it's got everything, dude. And some of these matchups, I think, are going to be really, really good, if not all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, dude. I'm really fucking excited.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be surprised if there's any blowouts. That's for sure.
I don't think there's going to be a blowout.
I don't think so either. I'm going to be surprised if there is, for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it, I guess, in the way that it happens. So Saturday, the first game of the playoffs that we're going to get is we're going to get Cleveland at Houston. Cleveland at Houston, man. This is the young and dangerous Texans versus, fucking Joe Flacco. And, probably, one of the scariest defenses in the NFL.
Yes.
One or two. Definitely. Depends. San Francisco is also pretty scary. Anyways.
Yep.
So I think one thing for me is Houston has just been probably the most disrespected team in the playoff. I mean,
it's either them or Pittsburgh. But yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, no one really ever disrespects Mike Tomlin, Everybody has to respect him for to a certain extent, just because of his record and the staying 500 and all that stuff. Like,
yeah,
you gotta respect the Toms. But
True.
For Houston, they're the team that slid in.
They were not supposed to be here.
Exactly, like they're the team that just made it, and
yeah.
Because of that. And because of the young quarterback and the ups and downs of the season and all this and that, they're very disrespected. But this is a team that I feel like, if there's a team that's gonna make a crazy run in this playoffs, it's the Houston Texans. They got to go through.
I think I agree with that.
They've got to go through absolute. Oh shit! Live on air, Washington's Kalen Moore agrees to become Alabama's next head coach. That happened live.
Let's fucking go.
Damn,
to that I say wild. Good luck, sir. You're not gonna make it, but good luck.
But Houston's got a crazy run. But if they can make the run, and I'm saying they've got to be perfect. They have to be perfect. But if they can make the run, they get through all of the serious competition kind of quick.
I mean, I agree with you. We talked about it before we started recording. Like, ESPN analysts are just disrespecting C.J. Stroud to his face.
Dude.
They're like, oh, yeah, y'all have no chance. He's like, oh, and you saw it, Riley.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, y'all have no chance. The Texans have no chance to beat Cleveland. And he's like, oh, we have no chance? All right, bet. Like,
Stephen A. said you guys have no chance. Oh, we have no chance, huh? All right.
Like,
Dude threw Stephen A. under the bus.
dude, like, I mean, you know this as a former player, Riley. Like, whenever you feel like the entire world doesn't believe in you and you weren't supposed to be there anyway, and you have no expectations, and the whole world thinks you're gonna fail,
And you get to do it at home.
like, that's freeing. Like, that gives you a level of confidence that is unmatched. Like, you're like, bro, we can just go out there and ball the fuck out.
Yeah.
Let's just prove
And CJ
everyone
Stroud
wrong.
can ball.
He can fucking ball, dude. He'll probably win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He has been absolutely balling, dude. And, like, you know, they don't have, like, a real star receiver, but, you know, they've had
They have
Tank
guys
Dell.
that can pop off.
Yeah, Nico Collins. Like, they've got some dudes.
Yeah, Tank and Nico, they both have, like, any game, they can have an amazing game, but if they're not having an amazing game, they're just, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but, I mean, and, you know, they can run the ball, too, you know, and then on the defensive side of the ball, dude, like, everyone talks about Myles Garrett, but I think both of us kind of saw this coming, dude. When the Texans traded up, like, because they got the number 2 overall pick, then they take C.J. Stroud. Then they take the cornerstone of their defense at number 3, trading back up to take Will Anderson Jr. He has been an absolute stud for them on defense. So, with all that being said, dude, I get it. Cleveland has Myles Garrett. They've got Joe Flacco. I like Houston at home. Give me Houston.
Dog, you're a bastard, man. I was gonna be the one that stretched out and fucking took Houston as the higher seed underdog, the 4 seed underdog, dude. The 4 seed that never could. I'm taking him though, dude. Houston, give him to me, dude. C.J. Stroud, ball out, brother.
Yeah, dude.
The next game that we're going to get is going to be the Saturday 8 o'clock game. That is going to be number 6 Miami at number 3 Kansas City, the Tyreek Hill return game. Listen, dude, Tyreek Hill's really good in Arrowhead during the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he is. Do you think Mike McDaniel wants it colder?
I hope he does, because I've heard that it's going to be.
I mean, dude, this
like that game's supposed to be real fucking cold.
Historically, this feels like a game that the Chiefs should somehow win, right?
Yeah, they should win on some fucking. They're gonna win on that bullshit.
I mean, but yeah, dude, like the Dolphins haven't really beaten good teams this year. You know, they beat the Cowboys, but I think we both don't really believe in the Cowboys that much. Like, you know, like this is tough for me because the Chiefs at home, they've still got Patrick Mahomes, they've still got Travis Kelce, they still have Chris Jones, who's just been balling out of his mind this year. But their receivers are a real problem. They cannot catch the ball. You know, Kadarius Toney, MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, like they can't catch the ball. Rashee Rice has started to step up a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you have the Dolphins in cold weather in January. So, which one do you trust more? Do you trust the Chiefs at home despite all the problems, or do you trust the Dolphins in January? I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a hard one.
It's hard, man.
But, you know, I'll let this one be the one that probably breaks us, man. I'll say Miami does it. They just find a way.
Okay, that's
and Mike
fair.
McDaniel starts the run.
That's fair, dude.
All right, man. The next game that we're going to get, the Sunday 1 p.m., we got Pittsburgh, number 7 Pittsburgh, at number 2 Buffalo. The Bills and the Steelers. Buffalo ended the season pretty damn hot. You can't deny that.
Yeah, they beat the Dolphins to get the 2 seed.
Yeah, like they came out I mean, they finished strong with some momentum, and that is what they need. Pittsburgh is the sneak-in team for the AFC.
Yep.
So, man, I don't. We've talked a lot of shit about this Bills team this season, and I'm not gonna rescind any of my shit talk. But I just feel like this game, especially because I think it's supposed to be a snow game, if not just cold as all get out.
Yeah.
There is a winter front in the country. That's what I was saying about the Kansas City game, too. It's supposed to be ridiculously cold there. It's honestly,
Yep.
I also believe that there is a historic low front in Texas. So that Houston game is also going to be cold.
But they play in a dome.
Yeah, but, it's hard to heat a dome.
Okay.
If you don't have the heat, it's in Texas, dog. You think that dome's got AC? It's not like Minnesota. Like, Minnesota spent $1 million putting heat into that dome. I don't think the
That's
I don't think the Houston Texans did that.
That's true.
Anyways, but I'm taking Buffalo. I'm gonna take the highest seed on this one. Mike Tomlin, you never count him out, but at the same time, I just think this Buffalo team's gonna come out gunning.
So, on paper, Buffalo should absolutely win this game. But Buffalo should have won a lot of games on paper this year.
Yeah.
And they kind of, I know they're the 2 seed, but they had to have a lot of things fall their way
A lot
to
of
get the
bullshit
2
on that
seed.
number 2.
Yeah, like they were in danger of missing the playoffs at one point.
Up until the end. Dude, literally,
And
up until the last week of the season, they were kind of like a lot went in their way for them to be 2 seed. They were on the cusp of playoff elimination before
They
that
were.
wild ass week 18, week 17, week 18, all that
Week
bullshit.
18. Yeah.
Like all of that bullshit. Like that they got a lot.
I haven't really trusted the Bills all year. Yes, they are a better team than Pittsburgh, especially because the Steelers are going to start Mason Rudolph. I don't think Mason Rudolph is as bad as people say he is. I think he's one of the better backups in the league. This is tough, man. Like, wouldn't it be the most Bills thing ever to get the 2 seed and then lose to the 7 seed Steelers that had no business, like, even on paper at least beating them? It just feels like the Bills always have these head-scratching losses where you're like, bro, what the hell are you doing? I don't trust the Bills, man. I really don't trust the Bills. I'm going to take the Steelers.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
And just so everybody remembers, waiting in the whims on a bye week this week is the Baltimore Ravens, who in the past 2 weeks have picked up Dalvin Cook, which was probably one of the greatest things that any team's done to prepare for the playoffs. And then the news broke today that Mark Andrews has been elevated. He's practicing as of today. He is
he really? Holy shit, dude. Dude, wouldn't it be the most Jets thing ever for Dalvin Cook to get signed to the Jets, do absolutely nothing for the Jets, and then ball out for the Ravens in the playoffs?
I'm sorry, you mean what's going to happen?
It's going to happen,
What's
dude.
going to happen is going to be weird? That's what's
It's going to
happen,
happen, dude. It's going to happen.
Like, this is the perfect place for Dalvin Cook.
It is.
So yeah,
dude.
just so everybody remembers, don't forget the Ravens. The fucking Baltimore Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. Ravens, Ronnie
Dude.
shot the Stavi baby.
Yeah.
All right, keeping it going, dude. We got to flip to the NFC.
The NFC, bro.
The first game that we're getting out of the NFC is that Sunday 4:30 game. We got the Dez Didn't Catch It Classic. We got Green Bay versus Dallas in the playoffs. I mean, I can never never support the Dallas Cowboys. Green Bay's going to fucking take this one, goddammit. Jordan Love loves it, dude. He loves being disrespected. He loves being the underdog. He loves being somewhere he's not supposed to be and balling out. I believe Green Bay's going to go down by at least 2 touchdowns before halftime, and they're going to come back and win.
So this Packers team kind of reminds me of this Texans team and the Steelers team, because no one thought they were going to be there. Everyone thought, oh, you lose Aaron Rodgers, there's no way you're going to make the playoffs, because Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback. You can't replace him and expect the same results. And they made the playoffs. And Green Bay historically has had the Cowboys number. And, dude, you know this, dude. The Cowboys, they just always lose games in the most embarrassing historical fashion. Like, they find new ways to lose games. And this reminds me of that Texans and Steelers teams, because no one thought they were going to be there. They're going to play free. They're going to play with nothing to lose. And that's an incredibly dangerous mindset for a team to have, especially with the Cowboys, who they've got everything to lose. Like, they're a Super Bowl or bust team. Like, they've said that. They've all said that throughout the year. So they're going to – I think the Packers are playing with house money. So I like the Packers to go into Dallas and beat the Cowboys.
Absolutely, man. The next game that we're going to get out of that, the 8 o'clock game on Sunday, we got the number 6 LA Rams versus number 3 Detroit Lions. We got Matthew Stafford's return to Detroit in the playoffs. This is a big matchup, and I mean, for me, I feel like the Lions. I mean, they're the team I'm cheering for in this playoff. So with a little bit of a bias, I do believe they're going to win this game. But this is the sketchiest game of the playoffs for me.
I agree with you.
Like, because on the other side, the 6-3 is Miami versus Kansas City, and everyone knows Miami's that 6th seed is half of a fluke, mainly because they choked in the last 2 weeks. So. But on the flip side, that LA Rams 6 seed is like a sneak 6 seed. They were another team that was, a lot of people were like, I mean, they're not bad, but I don't think they're going to be in the playoffs,
Yeah.
That was a lot of their season. So, they're a team that's also, like, not supposed to be there. And they're pretty, like, they've got some ballers, man. I mean, don't you have an honorary rookie bub of the year on the LA Rams?
I do. Guy that I coached at the University of Richmond, Kobe Turner, 9.5 sacks as a rookie for this Rams team. Absolutely just balling the fuck out. I'm so proud of Kobe, even though he was always late to everything. But I still love him. Fucking love Kobe.
Hey, man. He can be late to practice if he's early to the quarterback.
He's always late to practice.
You can be late to practice if you're early to the quarterback, baby. That's it.
Exactly, dude. So first of all, Riley, you picked the Lions, right?
Yeah. I'm picking the Lions.
So this one is I think you said it best. It's sketchy because, first of all, this is the first Lions playoff home game since the 1990s.
Yeah.
So, and it's the first ever playoff game at Ford Field. So you already know that Detroit is going to be absolutely insane.
Everybody in the 3-1-3, put your motherfucking hands up, rock with me.
Yes, dude. That's it's gonna be like that. And I love Dan Campbell. I love how he understands the importance of Bubs. The Lions, you could argue, have the best offensive line in all of football, led by Taylor Decker, Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow. Like they got Bubs and they run the ball. On the flip side of it, this is a really bad matchup for Detroit because you've got Matt Stafford, you've got Cooper Kupp, and you have the rookie sensation Puka Nacua. And their secondary has not been good this year. But I think an underrated. Everyone's talking about how Matthew Stafford's coming back to Detroit, right?
Yeah.
But another storyline that we're not talking about. So Matthew Stafford, he was kind of like let out the door gracefully, right?
Yeah.
Like the Lions were like, hey, go to the Rams, try to win the Super Bowl. We love you. We wish
Also
you nothing but the best.
I know where this is going. Yeah.
But the Rams had Jared Goff.
Yep.
And they shoved him out the back door very unceremoniously, despite him leading them to a Super Bowl. And they just said, no, you're not good enough. And you don't think that motivates Jared Goff?
Dog.
He wants to stick it to Sean McVay.
You're a dickhead for that one. But at the same time, it's cool. I was keeping that one. That was my ace in the hole. If you came up with some really good defense for the Rams, I had a feeling you were going to have some sauce for the Rams for me. So I was keeping, I was going to be, dude, I had a whole fucking thing ready. Dude. I was like, dude, I had a whole thing ready. But it's all right. No, it's good.
I mean, as much as I love Kobe, I love you, Kobe, but I think it means too much for the Lions.
It's time for you to learn a lesson, buddy.
Yeah, it means too much to Jared Goff to lose this game. I think the Lions win this game at home.
Yeah. All right. Next game that we're getting is the Monday night game, the Manning cast game. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles, number 5, versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 4. The Eagles have been fucking around.
They're gonna fuck around and find out, bro.
Dog, I mean, listen, and this is it. This is the game for they all or nothing. Here it is.
Yeah.
You did so well at the beginning of the season. You got yourself into the playoffs. You clinched a playoff spot, and then you just fucked off.
Yeah.
You lost your division.
Yeah.
You lost your 2 seed. You lost your potential 1 seed. I mean, at one point, you were literally the 1 seed. And
We're
you
the
lost
1
it.
seed. Yeah, you lost it.
And and now you're sitting with your back against the wall, and you've got to play the on probably 6 milligram Zens fucking Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yes.
And this is the other sketchy game. I mean, Philadelphia should win this. Philadelphia as a team, and probably to keep a disaster happening and rioting happening from in the city, needs to win this.
They do, but I don't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just laying out the field. These are no guesses.
Yes,
I'm just laying the field out. Tampa Bay is the team that no one, this is the AFC team that no one really thought was going to be there. They're in the 4 seed. Green Bay snuck in, but, besides the Lions doing so well, I mean, Green Bay, kind of was all right, in that division up there.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay and the NFC South, they were all so shaky. They're the one that's like, we wish we didn't need to take any of these guys,
Yeah.
So Philadelphia should handle this on every piece of paper.
Okay. You're taking the Eagles?
You know what? Only because I love Christmas albums. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's fair.
But
I disagree
will not
with
deny how fucking sketchy of a moment this is for them.
I disagree with you, dude. I think the Eagles defense has been their secondary especially has been ass all year. They have just been absolutely terrible. I mean, dude, think about it. They fired their defensive coordinator to promote Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia is terrible as a defensive coordinator. things have been really rocky in Philadelphia all year. They can't get A.J. Brown the ball anymore. Devontae Smith has been frustrated. Jalen Hurts looks like he hasn't been 100% most of the year.
Yeah.
And their defense, I get it, their front seven's really good, but their secondary is absolutely ass. And, dude, Baker Mayfield has been balling out this year. Baker Mayfield is, you could argue he's been an MVP candidate. He's played better than Patrick Mahomes this year. So, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win this game. I think Baker's going to carve up that atrocious secondary. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are going to go off. I think the Buccaneers are going to win this game, dude. I think they're going to win at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And then just so everybody knows or remembers, waiting on a bye week, stalking their preys, watching them fight themselves. We have the San Francisco 49ers, Donna.
You could almost say that they're
Donna.
You could almost say that they're irrelevant, right, Riley?
Donna. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's the San Francisco 49ers, baby. They're waiting. It's gonna be a great playoff bracket. Whoever
I'm
makes
excited,
it out.
man.
It's interesting to see how these paths are gonna go. If the way I played it, if that goes down, it's gonna be Detroit versus Green Bay, Philadelphia versus the 49ers in the second round. If the way you played it, it's still gonna be Detroit versus Green Bay.
Yep.
But it's gonna be Tampa Bay versus the 49ers. So, I think the future, all of these games, whoever wins that Philadelphia Tampa Bay game is probably just gonna get sacrificed to the 49ers.
Absolutely.
Unless the Rams somehow pull it the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love how both of us just absolutely shit on the Cowboys despite them being the 2 seed.
Oh shit, no, I fucked up. Sorry. Green Bay's playing San Francisco no matter what in our scenarios. My fault.
Yes.
My fault. Anyways, so Green Bay's most likely getting sacrificed. And then honestly,
CTE.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
It's
bad
okay.
math.
Dude, that math ain't mathing.
That math did math.
That math did not math. Yeah, dude, we said it all year, dude. We were really excited for this year because we knew it was going to be an absolute bonkers regular season playoff picture. Dude, who had the fucking Houston Texans making the playoffs?
Nobody.
Who? Who? I didn't think the Rams were going to make the playoffs. I thought they were going to be dog shit this year.
Baltimore,
the
the
Steelers
number one
sneak
seed
in.
of the AFC? Who fucking had it?
I think we all knew that they could be. They just needed to not get injured.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody at the beginning of the season was saying Baltimore number 1 seed, though.
That's true. Dude, the Cleveland Browns being led by Joe Flacco,
dude,
of all people.
Flacco.
Dude, they're elite. He's elite, bro. Fucking. It's just been crazy, dude.
All
like
elite
the other
Flacco.
storyline. We didn't even talk about this, dude, but the fucking Houston Texans trading Deshaun Watson to Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Deshaun Watson's not even playing in this game.
It's also the Where's Deshaun Watson Bowl. I forgot about that, too.
Exactly, dude. There's so many crazy storylines, man. And it's going to be great matchups, too. I'm really excited, dude.
Man, it's going to be a fucking good playoff, dude. I'm excited.
I'm fucking excited, man.
But I'm also excited for you to like, comment, subscribe on all the videos that are going to be coming out, man. Please, hey, we're in the best time. The best time for this stuff. All the games mean everything to everyone. So,
Yes.
Some of the best football of the year is going to be coming our way. With that being said, we got to clean up for this one and get out of here, y'all. Peace.